First, let's talk about primaries versus secondaries. Primaries are anything that's going to affect the motion of the vehicle. So that is your steering, your gas, and your brake. Secondaries are everything else. So that includes your horn, your headlights, your turn signals, etc. So auxiliaries are configurable outputs that can be set to any secondary function in the vehicle. In the past, we only had 4 of these programmable auxiliaries, but now with the Gen X display, we have expanded it to multiple pages with 4 auxiliaries on each page. So on here, we currently have this set up with 8. So if we go to our aux page, you can see our first 4. On our second page, you can see our next 4. Through the years, one of the most popular auxiliary functions you would have seen is the mirror control, which you can see right here. But we can also do things like the sunroof or 4-wheel drive, your tow modes, seat heat, rear wiper wash, rear defrost, or opening and closing the back doors. Or we can also do all the controls found on the steering wheel, like your push to talk or the phone answering and hang up controls. If you need access to a function, we can control it through AEVIT. So previously, all these functions would have read aux 1, 2, 3, and 4. But with the release of the Gen X display and the expanding into multiple pages, we now have icons that can depict what the function is doing. So if we go over to our aux page, you can see right here we have our page select, and right next to that we have our call, answer, and hang up, rear defrost, right door, our tow modes. So if you have a truck and you want to utilize the tow modes, that's available. We go to the next page, we have our push to talk, which is a very popular function that is now coming about. We have rear hatch, our rear wiper, and our 4x4, and it also has like 4 high, 4 low. So all those drive modes are available. So option A includes almost every electrical function needed in the vehicle, like your headlights, your turn signals, horn, dome lights. And adding aux functions allow us to tailor the vehicle more to the driver's needs in their specific vehicle. So if you have a truck, you might want to use your 4-wheel drive or your tow modes. Or if you have a van, you might want to use the sunroof or the back windshield wiper. So having aux functions with option A allows for deep customization of the system. So with aux functions, a common question we get is, how many spaces will this function take up? Well, that really depends on what the function is. So take windows. It's typically going to be 1 button up and down. We can have it as 2 buttons if you prefer, but typically it's just going to be 1. But if you look at a sunroof, it's going to be 2 because you have open and close and you have tilting, just like with the OEM switch. If you look at our mirror control, we have 3 functions. We have mirror selection, mirror up and down, and mirror left and right. So that's taking up 3 spaces because it's 3 separate functions. One key thing to look at and one key thing to remember when prescribing is to call out what the function does. Again, the sunroof, it may have the power shade opening and closing, it has the window opening and closing, and the tilting functionality. So when you call these out, it will help us determine how many spaces it will need. So this is our aux setup page, and you can see our 8 functions right here, and you can configure their outputs depending on how they are wired into the system. And at the bottom, you can see we have our mirror controls. So we have the setting that it will auto-populate aux 1, 2, and 3 as your mirror controls. And it's very important to let us know if aux 1, 2, and 3 are going to be mirrors or if it's going to be another function. So the next page over, we have our scepter aux setup. This is used to set up any function that is using the vehicle's CAN network via the interceptor modules. For EMC certified technicians, all the installations will remain straightforward. EMC will do all the research and developments needed to ensure that this function will be controllable through AEVIT, and we will document it in the installation and programming manuals. If you have any further questions or need more clarification on secondaries or auxiliary functions, please reach out to the EMC Service Department. They'd be very happy to help.